Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. Yeah, making headway, keep playing the game. This is actually, I do want to talk about something else today. I have recently been completing a lot of games in my backlog. Why? Great question. Most of them are small story games that I've picked up over the years and I just haven't played. I recently played for the first time Firewatch, actually. Game came out a while ago and it's basically a walking simulator with a cool story attached. One thing that I really liked about it is that it really respects player time. It's not a very huge commitment as far as time for the experiencing the story, but it's enough time for you to enjoy it and but not enough time for you to for it to wear out its welcome, for it to get annoying or something where you're like, ugh, just gotta run across the world again. So it's good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Would recommend it. I got it for like $2. So, at that price, I'm more than happy to have gotten like 5 hours of entertainment out of it or whatever. It's one of those things where it's like, as an American, and maybe this is something that shows up elsewhere in the world too, I'm not actually sure, but as an American, I tend to compare everything I do in entertainment to the equivalent time value derived from a theater film. So if I'm willing to pay $10, which I think is the current $10 to $12 United States dollars for 2 hours of entertainment, right? I'm going to a movie. My goal is I pay that $10, I get 2 hours. That's my gold standard for, okay, am I spending my money effectively, right? If I get 2 hours of entertainment out of it, then $10 is fine. And when you put it that way, it justifies a lot of the costs of just any kind of entertainment, right? And now you could of course argue that you need more efficient value out of it, but if you're ever going to the movies, then that's a pretty good metric. If you don't go to the movies because they're too expensive, and I don't blame anyone who does, that is still pretty pricey. You might have different thresholds, and that's totally fine. But for me, I just see that way. I don't really go to the movies anymore, but I still use that metric because it's interesting and it seems like a useful metric to me. So when I pre-order a game, which is very rare, mind you, I basically never do it because I think it's bad, right? You don't know enough about the game in order to make a claim as to whether you'll get that entertainment out of it, right? But when I do pre-order, it's because I know I'm going to love it, right? Example would be expansion for the MMO that I've played for like 10,000 hours, okay? There's no universe I don't get, what is it like? It's like $40 for the expansion. There's no universe I don't get at least 10 hours of value out of that thing that I've already played for 10,000 hours. So those are easy pre-orders for me to do. But I rarely do that. So anyway, I mentioned this because I think Firewatch was a very efficient thing. And I think a lot of games in general provide a ton of entertainment value for their cost. And without waxing too philosophical here on a train of thought video intro, I think that people in general have become a little spoiled for entertainment value from some games, right? Something like Monster Train. Think about this. I've paid like $20 for this game, okay? Like literally, I think I paid $20 for everything, and I've gotten 3,000 hours out of it. That's obscene. That is an obscene entertainment to money value ratio, to the extent that I think holding other games to that metric is unrealistic and unfair. You are setting yourself up for disappointment by being like, well, if it's not as entertaining to me as Monster Train, why am I going to buy it? That's crazy talk. Don't do that. You literally will never buy another game again. There are other games I can think of that are similarly valued for me. I think I've paid maybe $400 altogether for my MMO I play, Guild Wars 2, and I've gotten 18,000 hours out of that game. It's a ridiculous number. It's truly astronomical. I met my SO on it. Like there's a lot of cool things that have happened in my life. It's a very important part of my life. Just frankly, I play it every week still, and the amount of entertainment there for cost is like pennies for the hour. And so when you think about it like that, it's like, okay, I can't hold things to that metric. So that's why I use something a little more, fiscally irresponsible, aka movie costs, right? Anyway, Firewatch was a very efficient game. 5 hours, I paid of gameplay, and I think I paid $2 for it. Fantastic. Would do it again. I'm going through a lot of games like that. I don't know. I don't want to like spoil it in case someone hasn't played it, of course. So I'm not going to go into details, but I think it's a compelling story, and I felt kind of bad for the main character most of the way through it, and it was good. Good entertainment. Good kind of like progression. Fun. Yeah. Not much else to add. There's no combat or anything if that's something that matters to you, but you know that's fine. Not every game has to be fight 'em up. But Monster Train, however, is fight 'em up. We fight 'em up with cards. Alright, our previous run, which brought us up to 251 wins on this series, big numbers, Penumbra with Restores. Pretty tragic. This is one of, in my opinion, this and actually the same combo, but with Root Seeds, are both tragically weak. I think it's very difficult for me to pick which one I think is worse. I think Restores have the advantage of enabling the hollows, right? A very important addition to your option menu. Root Seeds, you don't have hollows as a very functional choice without some complete high rolls. And the Root Seeds value is good, but it's not enough to offset that loss, in my opinion, considering the clan has so few options. You're basically looking at like Alloyed Construct and what? Basically what I did, right? Which is the quintessential desperation play of this clan combo. You take like an Animus of Will, you jam Morsel Maker into it, you get some stats on it, and you keep it alive as long as possible and fill the floor with them via Architect. It's a bad line. It doesn't work very well at high shards. It loses consistently at high shards, and you're usually looking for literally anything to power yourself up. We had something like, we got pretty lucky in that I had taken an early large stone and was offset by a Hef's Consolation that brought it back down to 2 space, which was awesome. So we had some really good stats on this thing. We had a -1 spell chain void binding, a regular void binding as well. We had winged technology with morsels tanking for us, which was really critical. And there was a budget perils of production in the form of a -1 holdover in graft, which was really important to the run. It allowed me to play that spell chain void binding as well as other things. So we managed to pull it off. It was shaky. I think that it would be very easy to lose that run, and I think if that run were a train wreck, it would have been an absolute catastrophe. So, fair enough. But we get the win because it's a train of thought, and because I can play at 100 shards. It's a great example of a run that I've done before in another form. You know, you get slightly different cards, but it's the same idea. Tough run, though. Tough. Anyway, we're going to move on to Rector. Not much more to add. We're already 7.5 minutes into this intro, so let's get started. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what we roll into today. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let's play it. Let's do it. Monster Train, do it to me. I don't mind if they give me Dark Calling here, but I do want to communicate that I don't want to spend multiple hours on this run, right? That's where I'm at. So make it a smooth sailing run in some fashion. Yeah, thank you. All right, here we are. Hopefully you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. I'm recording this on a weekday, which is rare for me, but I had an opportunity and I don't have any meetings for a bit, so I figured I would get it in. Seemed fun. And yeah, not much else to add there. So yeah, today it's kind of tough, default melting, default Stygian, not a great clan combo. The big thing that props this up is the fact that we have Rector today, which I think is important. Rector makes all of this a lot better. You know, he can tank for a Nameless Siren, he can do a lot of different things, he can play, you know, his own style with Burnout, etc, etc. Our enemies are Raged Hallows, Spellshield Arcus, Sap Seraph. Nothing too terrible here. We have Hallow Drippings, Crypt Builder, Remnant Host. All of these are fantastic. Hallow Drippings enabling burnout lines. Crypt Builder is just a hit, which is good, and something that's reasonable to play early because dregs are free. And then Remnant Host, which is fantastic if we end up on Harvest. I think this is a critical card for Harvest. You can self-infuse to get, what is it, 5 harvests per turn, which is like consistent and good scaling. The biggest problem with harvest lines, in my opinion, is the desperation need to find multi-strike. Your floors, like your Wickless Barons, are way too weak without it. So with bad seeds, where you miss the multi-strike, it's really weak. So be mindful of that. All right, temples today are 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8, so all early and all late. Kind of interesting, but we get 5 temples, which is fantastic. Removal dupe Steel Shop on 8 is cool, competes with random magic, fine. Trinket Shop, no money, nothing fantastic on 7. Competes with a Magic Shop that's, it's a little better. You get money in a Horde, but there's no removals anywhere on this floor, so it's still pretty weak. No steals. Magic and Steel on 6. Magic has the Vortex and Cave, which is pretty good. Steel has health and money, which is not great, but fine. We could potentially go Steel into the Trinket Shop, but we'll see what matters here. Steel, no magic on 5. There is a removal dupe Horde, which is very powerful. It's a good point in the run to dupe your main unit and have 2 copies of them, depending on what we end up on. That only works if your main unit is a little bit durable, or at least you have a means of keeping them alive. Otherwise, if we're going to have, Harvest Rector in front of something, we're probably not going to do that same idea. Unless they get Tiny Stones or something crazy, but at that point you're high rolling, so whatever. No Steel again on 4 means we get a double Steel in the early game. We get a Vortex with Horde and health, which is okay. Competes with a Remnant Banner Magic Shop with money. Sure. Nothing too crazy there. Double Steels as predicted. Stygian banners on both Steel Shops. Interesting. It's not a bad combo, but if we end up playing units or tanking or harvesting, it's going to be a little bit weak as far as incants go. So we'll want to be careful about that. But you could do something like, harvest like a Wickless Baron into a Cold Kalia, for instance, and then you could potentially make that work with harvest. Yeah, that seems like that would work. Yeah, nothing else of note here. There is a Remnant Banner on Ring 3 if we want to get that, so fair enough. Okay, sure. Exploding Candle can host Kinstone Totem. It's always the candle here. We'll definitely get value out of it. If I end up on Harvest, then the Remnant Host becomes a real weaponized backline management tool. So we'll take the candle for sure. I love that. It's very, very helpful in the early game when I have no pings right now. Though I do think we crack the front line pretty effectively. Harvest and Burnout. What an interesting thought. Burnout is probably better here. Yeah, it's probably better. We have the Hallow Drippings. None of this is guaranteed, right? But if what's making me think the Burnout line is 1, Hallow Drippings, but 2, the double Stygian banners with my Steel Shops means I don't want to say guaranteed to end up on an incant run, but I'm more likely to, right? And that does mean that having a Rector that punches downstairs while, some Sirens go crazy upstairs is a much more viable play, in my opinion. Let's do this. I like this here. I think Harvest could potentially win. We do have the Remnant Host. I just don't see us connecting the Harvest line here if I'm going to these Steel Shops, and I probably am. The Magic Shop on Ring 2 is not exciting. No. And not going to a Steel Shop after getting a unit like a Remnant Banner on 3 is a bit dicey. Again, if you end up on Baron, it's like, I don't have another opportunity to see the multi-strike until Ring 5. That's dicey. So we go Burnout here for sure. Take the money. We're strong right now as a result of this, right? We're good. I have very few concerns. I potentially, with this it's actually crazy. Oh, I was going to say, with this particular setup, we don't even need to play Rector right away. But because I draw the Hallow Drippings, we're going to do that. I'm going Rector middle here for a couple reasons. First of all, I have enough Burnout, I'm not worried about it. But it gives me a chance to Frozen Land some of these threats out that I gave plus attack to. And yeah, we can always, Train Steward upstairs is huge. We just Frozen Lance middle and save that health, and then we Burnout blast the bottom floor thanks to the candle. We get the Collector. We're going to easily clear this combat. No problems whatsoever. Cool. Just playing out units, doing great work. We Burnout, extend middle floor. Game is honestly super easy. Cool. Good stuff. We easy win on mid-floor. Fine. Great work. Don't even need to really click much. It's just 2 turns. It's straightforward. We get everything here. This is fantastic. Big fan of this. Wicklash is probably it. We take offensive scaling when we see it. It's good. It plays nice with if we end up on some kind of a Burnout line. Stealth is good, but We have Rector. I can always play the Remnant Host. I'd be more inclined to go stealthier if we were patient, but we're temperate, so it's, you know, it's still helpful, but I think the Wicklash is more impactful. Crypt Builder, Energy Siphon, Titan's Gratitude. I already have the Crypt Builder, so I'm not going to do any more of this stuff. Energy Siphon, no thank you. We take money here. Icy Silphite Thug. It's going to be Paraffin Enforcer. One, it plays nicely into a more Burnout-centric line if we end up on that. It's a really good infusion. If we see another, you know, if we see a Stygian Sweeper, we can make a real bang-up run out of this with that. So I think the Paraffin Enforcer is more important. Also, we're less likely to see one of those again because we're not going to Remnant banners, right? So we take it when it's shown. All right, let's move on. Wow, multi-strike in the shop. Icy Silphite? I mean, literally yes, right? Like, just straight up literally yes. We go Icy Silphite. We do Infusion right away because it's so powerful. It's really just hard to argue with it. Is there an intrinsic? There is an intrinsic monster train you shouldn't have. Cool. Alright, this makes the run very clean. Icy Silphite. Let's go. And then we're going to intrinsic a Hallowed Drippings here. And I'm going to take that multi-strike. Absolutely. We're going to re-roll for health. We don't see it. They give me quick. I would never have taken the quick here. It's kind of funny, but like 10 health, I mean, what the heck are you doing? At that point, you're basically like, all right, well, I died to spikes. Right? So, and we have the beefy guy to tank for it, so I don't ever take the quick there. That's okay. We could go just really hard, because if they show me a spell chain, this Wicklash explodes. So I think I am going to go pretty hard here. We're very powerful right now. And we move on. I'm okay with this. Give me money. Money trial, please. Absolutely. Mark of Invasion is fantastic here. 75 gold. We're playing top floor. It's very easy to justify. We go 1, 2, Burnout, extend. Great. Fine. If I see a Dreg, we're golden. Yeah, we're just going to play the Dreg middle to get the Collector. Fantastic, thank you. We're going to take some health saved upstairs. Seems good. Yeah, we'll save some health. Cool. Stat buff up there. I'm going to go ahead and play the Dreg mid-floor to clear this out a little bit. I can save 1 health upstairs with a single Frozen Lance, so I will. I'm going to double Forge a Disciple hit here. Should be good. I'm going to take the Remnant Host upstairs, I think. Yeah, I don't think this saves anything by playing the Crypt Builder up here, right? I was thinking about the math of this. It still swings, hits a whole floor. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and drag bottom floor, which kills the conduit, and we're going to punch the tank out. We easy win this, I think. Yeah, we crush this. I'm going to play 1 drag in front upstairs because this guy doesn't trample, which makes him vulnerable to a lot of damage mitigation. Yeah, it saves us basically Rector's life right now. He does a truckload of damage. We are 60 shards in the ring too, but we're fine. Hallowed Drippings again. Dripfall is pretty good here. Yeah, I'm going to click Dripfall. It's a decent solution to Divinity. We can do better. We can potentially do worse. It's better than the bomb. I do not need another Hallowed Drippings. We're fine. Flash Freeze, I want a ping. Yes, absolutely. Good drafts and good money. We're going to the steel shop here for sure. No spell chain. Ah, it's a bummer. It's fine. I don't really care that much. Look at this thing. What do we get? Oh man, they're showing me an extra multi-strike. This is a ridiculous amount of scaling, but this guy just kind of passes away here, doesn't he? I'm going to be desperately looking for... It's ridiculously powerful, right? This is to the extent that I can't even really begin to describe just how strong this floor is offensively, And you can tank with Rector. The problem is spikes waves, right? They are going to cause major malfunctions to our run. Just truly problematic. They really tempt me sometimes, though. Incant Armor 2. It's eventually going to be worth more health than plus 25. But I don't know. Man, it's so tempting. The thing about this is I really want to make 2 of these, right? I want 2 of these on the floor. How do we do that? Double space take? And then I play bottom floor? I didn't see a reform. So no molded here. This can't be correct, right? We're going to be way strong as it is. Remember, this is Paraffin Enforcer's Infusion. I don't need to hit 3 times. I think we honestly spin this looking for health. I'm going to be real with you. Gosh, they don't show it to me, huh? +5 is not enough. I'm going to take the Incant Armor 2. It'll have to do. I need to get it at this point. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the Stygian banner. There's pretty much no way I pivot here. Siren of the Sea, it's funny, but no, we're not doing that. I'm going to go ahead and... I don't want a -2 to drip fall. It's fine. If we get an X5, we'll know what we're putting it on. Oh, wow, Tiny Stone. Okay. I mean, Major Refraction. Wow, this is crazy. Major Refraction is funny. It's just Tiny Stone, though, right? That's really good. Now I don't even need to think about space. This is a really good run. I'm glad I took some kind of a defensive option here. This means that we can do something like play mid-floor, actually, which is pretty crazy. Right? I can do Rector, double Silophytes, and then still tank with a Dreg, which is kind of nutty. So I'm actually very glad for this. I think that we'll be able to keep our Icy Silophyte alive mid-floor, or even potentially bottom floor, like this, with Incant Armor 2. And 2 hits is enough when I have 2 of them on the floor. I mean, it was enough anyway because of how powerful Paraffin Enforcer is, but still pretty good overall. I should Tenon Piercing the Flash Freeze. This is a good ping. This is the one solution to spikes, right? I don't need this other -2. We chill and move on. I could go really hard. We could full-on train wreck this run, I think, and have no issues with it, but when my win streak is on the line, I'm a little less inclined to go that hard. I can actually just face tank with a Train Steward upstairs, hilariously, right? This super works. Wow. Yeah, true. We also do actually generate spell weakness in kind of a funny way. Yeah, it's strange. Thank you, Dregs, by the way. Big fan of Dregs clearing floors for me. It's really good, as it turns out. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the boss with this. I'm not that afraid of all of this, right? It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to drop the boss. I don't want her getting that 12 health back. Fine. Okay. She'll go upstairs, I think? Yeah. As expected. We drop Remnant Host here and just go hard. And then we're going to pop in the front, which I think pushes a good chunk through to the boss. Yeah, absolutely. It's like 100 damage through, which is fantastic. Yeah. We should be in pretty good control of this run, in my opinion. Oh man, I tell you what, I absolutely love Exploding Candle. I think we actually leaked a guy for 2 there, yeah. And no, it happens. It's fine. We're up at 16 armor, which is pretty decent. If I see a holdover, I'll feel even better about this run, I think. Could incant 3 times. I'm going to go ahead and just hit this thing down here with a Crypt Builder. I like that. Yeah, I like that. And then we get Frozen Lance, Drip Fall here. We don't have a lot in the way of survivability right now. We're going to need to improve that. But that's okay. Devourer of Death is like an unnecessary AoE. I think I'd rather take the Waxen Spike here. Yeah, we'll take that. Well, we have a whole floor benefiting from this. Shark is good. I'm going to take Shark here. Even if I don't end up playing hard into the Shark, it's fine. The one thing to watch out for, we should be careful about, is that my intrinsic dripfall is, my intrinsic Hallow Drippings stops being as good if I don't draw the Silliphite on turn 1, but I think it's okay. We'll take card draw here, it's alright. Shark is very helpful. Removals or Magic Shop? Holdover would be solid. Yeah, we can take a holdover here pretty effectively. They show me a spell chain too, which makes that dripfall, not dripfall, but the Wicklash super online regardless. Let's make dripfall cost free. I'll 20 consume a Frozen Lance, yes. I could remove consume the Waxen Spike. I'm interested in a Permafrost though. Double stack. No. No, no, no. We're going to 20 consume another Frozen Lance. It's fine. We're going to -1 something. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Let's look at this Remnant banner real fast. Lady of the House, Paraffin Thug. I think we skip this. We're okay on this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and hit Spell Chain on, you guessed it, the Wicklash. This is better than double stack because I get +20 attack. All good. Still free, so it's whatever. Purge. I could just purge a Frozen Lance, it's fine. It is fine. I really like the backline management of the Shark, but it could cause me some issues with Icy Silliphite survivability. Let's go ahead and just remove a Train Steward and another Train Steward here. I'm drawing more cards. I want to refine this. I'm going to put a -1 on Flash Freeze. This is doing 21. Making it free is good. And then we chill. Dark Calling is a good pivot. I'm just going to be honest with you. Dark Calling is a good pivot we can tank. This also saves the problem of, oh no, my Silliphite burned out. I think... yeah, Dark Calling is an important pivot. We lose a lot of health from that in the end, but we get a tank out of it. I think it's good. You want to purge a Frozen Lance? Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, we're good now. No other infusions necessary here? Nah, we're fine. Alright, so... Multi-Strike. I think it's doable. We can clear backlines in a lot of different ways, right? Alright, we get Rector on turn 1 with the Silliphite. Pretty fantastic. I'm going to Shark middle. It's an easy reason to justify why. We get the Collector. I Frozen Lance away downstairs. It's a Consume guy. Seems good. I can honestly just double Dreg here and clear this all the same. And then we'll put a Dreg down and play the Waxen Spike here, I think. Yeah, this should be alright. Yeah, I think so. We do clear this fella. How do I want to approach this? Huh? I think I can play the Remnant Host in middle, and this puts out even more damage and saves Shark, which is kind of interesting. The thing is Silliphite doesn't scale if I don't hit with it, right? That's an important piece of intel. Silliphite needs to actually hit an enemy. Let's drop the Clip Defender out of the way here. I think we can face tank with one Drag. And then we play the other in the back and we get this kill. Yeah, good. Okay. We could deal with the Clip Shaman here by killing him like that, which is great. And then we just double drop Dregs downstairs, which I quite like because it clears a lot of that floor. We're going to be... health is the concern of this run. We can fortunately do a lot of heavy lifting with, you guessed it, face tanking on Dreg. Like, this guy takes 22 damage for me, and that's pretty great. Yeah, I think it is important to incant as well. So let's do that. Incanting is your friend. We have Big Tank, which I like. Big Tank can take 7/7, fantastic. Get it, perfect. I'm gonna work on the boss downstairs. 18 is perfect because it means the Quill Marksman gets this kill, and we are still getting the floor cleared, which is great. Really no benefit to dripping there, but I am going to Frozen Lance twice up top. I think it's fine. Sure. Alright, we should be okay. Let's Wicklash. This Wicklash is doing some heavy lifting. Incant for sure. Get some armor on the floor. I think we do want a face tank up top, so we're going to play that dragon. He hits. I think he burns out. Yeah, that's actually optimal. Yeah, cool. All right, and we're fine, right? We make it through this. Remnant Host in front, crushes. Yeah. Again, though, flimsy floor, but it does 1,000,000 damage in the end, so we're doing okay from that respect. Pyrostone housing is pretty low impact when I already have 3 upgrades. It could potentially matter for something like Shark, but I'm also tempted to just sell it. I already have an overstack, so it's not that important. Otherwise, this would be fantastic. I would take like plus 25 or something, but I think I just sell this. It's never going to become relevant. Engulfed in Smoke. Snap Click. Yes. Defense. Great. Drain is another good option here. I like Crystalline Seeds, though. But I guess Crystalline Seeds is a little bit redundant with the dregs, right? And the candle. I think Engulfed in Smoke and then dupe that a bunch is going to be the play here. So let's go Crystalline Seeds here. I think it's fine. It's a good incant if nothing else. I'm going to go Removal Dupe. Removal Dupe, and then the dupe here is the Silophyte. Probably. Probably, if I'm being honest with you, right? Yeah, I think so. We could see Endless. There's a lot of good options on the left still. If I don't do the dupe here, I have to do the dupe on Ring 8. And the Ring 8 dupe really ought to be an Engulfed in Smoke dupe. So I think we go for this dupe now. The Horde says, Totem Fragment? Sure, right? Sure, I could see some value there. I don't think Vapor Funnel is going to matter much. Get the other Horde here. Golden Vault or Memorial Fund? Memorial Fund will provide value. Yeah, it will. Golden Vault's not bad. I like Golden Vault, actually. I'm going to take Golden Vault, actually. Yeah, fair enough. The cuts here are easy. We're going to drop the remaining 2 Train Stewards. Easy. I don't want to reform them. I don't want them to exist. This dupe. It could honestly be the Wicklash, but I'm gonna trade. Honestly, I think it's right to take advantage of Icy Silophyte's size here. We're gonna have a second one. All right, we're very powerful now. 125 is high shards. Ancient Hate. I don't care about Ancient Hate, right? It negates Totem Fragment and some of my spells, but I have a lot of tools that I can use to overcome this anyway. I'm actually going to save this other Hallow Drippings here. I want to make sure the other Silophyte gets it. Shark mid-floor, fantastic. We go Silophyte up top. I'm actually going to play Remnant Host in front. Yes, then other Silophyte up top. She gets the Wicklash here, which is good. I'm going to play one drag downstairs, which clears half of those. Good. We lose Shark, but Shark is doing fine. Second drag middle does heavy lifting. Crystalline Seeds downstairs. Good work. I'm going to go ahead and stealth up top because I guess it actually does not matter one bit. So I'm just going to save the stealth because this whole floor clears itself out and it's just The one guy hitting the Remnant host here. Titan Sentry going mid-floor is heavy lifting. I actually kind of like the Clip Defender going upstairs, so we'll let that continue to happen. I want to incant for armor, but I do also want to play other random stuff. Man, he actually kills a dude. It's crazy. Not going to play the Drip Fall here, I think. Yeah. Alright, we're okay. I'm not really concerned about this here. I do want to extend Burnout and improve damage. We're going to continue to play all of our little dudes out. I am going to just incant. It doesn't matter which one I use. Yeah, it's fine. This is a weird run, but it's a good run. Bringing back the Titan Sentry is pretty heavy lifting. Big fan of this. Let's go ahead and Engulfed in Smoke here. Let's go ahead and shoot our own unit, I think. There's really no reason to do that, huh? The only reason to do that is, I mean, may as well, is the thing. I'm basically just itching for incants here. Let's actually drop this guy, right? They're just gonna burn out, it's fine. Remember, the whole point of what I'm doing is I'm just trying to increase survivability. And it's really important. So the Engulfed in Smoke must be played, in my opinion. This guy is killing himself. Wow, this Flash Freeze is doing some heavy lifting. I think I'm going to self-ping then. Seems okay. Our whole goal here is to just stealth stack. You know what? It worked. I'm just looking to incant. Yeah, we get one round of enemies coming in. We do a lot of damage, so that helps. But this guy is a truck. He had like 1,000 health and was doing 20. So that's big numbers, but we get through it. Subsuming Blade, Fatal Melting, another Remnant Host. I'm skipping this, it's fine. We're basically prioritizing increased density of Engulfed in Smoke stealth stacks. I'm going to skip Ancient Synergy, no thanks. I think we do enough. I mean, it does play nice with Totem Fragment, but we have so few spells already that it's kind of a weak spell. It does like 70 damage or 70. I guess that's what, like, it's like 84 damage or something. Remove more cards, but really the Magic Shop means a double stack on this Engulfed in Smoke is some heavy lifting. You know, anything that improves the Engulfed in Smoke at this point, I think, is the angle. We'll go left. See what I hit. Permafrost is pretty good. I could put that on the Hallow Drippings if I'm ever concerned about draw orders. Removals. Once you play everything out, this becomes very straightforward. I'm actually going to cut a Crypt Builder here. Do I cut the other one? I might. My deck actually gets real small once you play out the dregs, which are good to keep because of the candle. I'm actually going to cut both Crypt Builders here, even though I have Totem Fragment, right? It's fine. Permafrost, 20 consume. Let's look at the cave real quick, see what we roll. Petty Theft, Heaven's Gold, Gift of Gratitude. I'm going to take Heaven's Gold. If something walks on me, it kind of has like negative synergy with Golden Vault, because as you spend the money to tank for your vault, you lose value on Heaven's Gold, but at the same time, it makes those initial hits more impactful anyway. And I think this is better than Gift of Gratitude here, so I'm going to go for that. That is a lot of bonus damage. Nearly doubles, actually over doubles our damage right now. I'm going to spend some of it, of course, but still. It's 20 consume of Frozen Lance. The 20 consumes on these Frozen Lances basically just mean I'm always redrawing the Engulfed in Smokes. Let's look at our nodes again. Steel Shop on the dupe side. So what that tells me is I need to invest in upgrades now. Let's buy a -1 Engulfed in Smoke. There's no guarantee I see the -2. And even though I have 2 chances, I don't want to risk it. I'm not spending my Ember on anything else anyway. So this does two things. One is, if I don't see double stack, I just make it free. If I do see double stack, sure, it already has the -1 in it. Let's go ahead and... Do I actually want to permafrost this Hallow Drippings? Shark is not bad, but he might not be long for this world. There is a steel shop. He might get removed on Ring 8. It's possible. He could go. He's effective right now, which is the thing. And even if he immediately dies, I don't really care. This permafrost is good anyway, because I can always save it for when I have both sirens on the... or Siliphites on the floor. It's true. Let's do it. I think it's good. Reroll this. Holdover. Now, Holdover Engulfed in Smoke is, frankly, just as good. I'm very happy with that. Now I don't even have to dupe it, which is great news. Cool. I don't even have to dupe it anymore. Let's go ahead and make a -1 on this Wax and Spike. It's fine. And then I chill on my money. Yeah. That's great. We're going to take this cash because it improves us doubly. It's Golden Vault and Heaven's Gold value, but Holdover Engulfed in Smoke, even at 1 cost, is plenty to survive with. That was, honestly, fantastic. Great hit. We go Shark downstairs. Actually, no, we go Remnant Host downstairs. We go Shark middle. He gets dazed, then we go, oh no, and it doesn't actually matter. Then we incant upstairs, hold on to the Hallow Drippings. We'll get our second Silliphite now. Yep. I might as well put in the Dreg too. He'll face tank, sure. We extend Burnout, we incant. I do double play down here to get rid of that guy in the middle. I'm going to Crystalline Seeds the boss here. I think it'll provide more value than doing anything else. Rally. Well, let's go ahead and spread out the Wicklash here. It's worthwhile. I will play the Hallow Drippings. I suppose I will Remnant Host downstairs. This is a great example of, I guess you might as well play out your cards, right? Sure. There's no reason not to. We're getting value out of Dark Calling, so I might as well take it. The cool thing also about Dark Calling is it means I'm always firing these exploding candles, which are fantastic. So, great. Let's completely Shadow Realm this dude upstairs. Great news. Then we'll play Engulfed in Smoke. I'm actually going to Frozen Lance downstairs, I think. And then I'm going to drip the Dreg off the floor. I'm a little over him, and I want that incant. We're not going to... We could play the Wax and Spike. There would be a better turn for it. I'll get like a +18 off of it or something. It'll be worth it to wait. Rally Shard. Yeah, here's your great example of what I mean. We'll just play big Wax and Spike here. It's not amazing. It's a +12, though. That's pretty sizable. We'll take it. Good. I could take the Rally Shard downstairs. Oh no. I don't really care. I kind of don't want to Remnant Host into the overcharged tank. It's a funny idea, but doesn't really matter where I put it, I don't think. We'll chill. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, we get Incant Shard upstairs. Huge bummer. Not a big fan. Play out some stuff downstairs. I think I'm going to, unfortunately, I think I'm going to Flash Freeze one of these guys on middle. I'm actually going to separate this floor. I am going to stealth bottom floor for now, and we're going to put all of our effort into the Wicklashes, I think. Yes. I wanted to generate rage here. This actually is relevant, because enemies are dying too quickly right now, so I need to make sure that I'm scaling damage-wise. Continue stealth. It's important. It's how I don't die. We should be strong enough to clear this upcoming wave at this point, right? I think that's accurate. I can face tank here, it's fine. Doesn't change anything. Play bottom floor. Yeah, I'm going to go for the incants instead. I'm going to greed on these incants. I think we'll be okay. We do a lot of damage, is the thing, right? Shark can go live downstairs. Yeah, we are cruising. I'm going to go ahead and put more of my stats in the back now. And we should otherwise be able to have a pretty normal time of it, yeah? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Continue stealth. I mean, this is basically fantastic, right? If I draw this Wicklash every turn because there are just so few cards remaining in my deck, we're pretty much golden, I think. I just, remove the final... Yeah, I'm redrawing the exact same hand every turn, which makes this excellent. Great. Wonderful. Honestly, this is very strong. There's not a lot more to add here. I could potentially now get away with simply duping the Silliphite a third time. I don't need tanks or anything. Harness the Titan. Ancient Synergy still kind of bad. Deep Offering potentially draws me quicker through my deck. There are turns when I have the opportunity to do so. I think I will take that. It's a good card. But it is otherwise just card draw, right? I don't care about anything else here. I don't need anything on Rector's floor for a face tank now that I have the holdover stealth. So we just do Rector plus 3 dudes and we crush. At this point, it's refinement, I think, right? I think so. There are some trinkets that would help. I do not need this magic shop. I'm probably removing the one frozen lance that's not consumed, and that's okay. I'm also probably removing Shark. Especially once I go to 3 Silliphites. He doesn't go yet. Yeah, let's go left. I think it's right. Or I think it's correct is what I should say. It's just confusing to say left is right. I don't think the magic shot matters. We have our holdover. We're chilling. Yeah, let's go left. It's fine. Trinket shop says encased ember. I mean, okay. I don't think that's worth that much. They do show me the -2. I'm not upset about it, right? Sure, I could have had a free holdover engulfed in smoke, but I also could have completely whiffed on this and then be paying 2 ember for it, so whatever. -2 here is just wax and spike. It's a good seed value. An extra 8 damage to my floor will matter when I'm hitting 7 times with it. So I think that's good. I could put this in Deep Offering, but this card is a one and done. And making it free doesn't really matter to me, I don't think. 10 in Piercing, no. I could do an Infusion. I could get rid of Shark that way, which is an option. Let's see what's in the cave. Trample is kind of disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, we'll take that. Trample Stone, very good. I'm going to re-roll this Trinket Shop. None of this stuff really stands out to me. Flicker's Liquor? Lightstone Casing? Huh. I didn't think that I'd run into that real quick. I mean, what does that tell? What does that let you do? Lightstone Casing means I could go to the magic shop and make Engulfed in Smoke free. But I do think third Siren is more impactful. Third Siren. She is a Siren, technically, right? You look down here, where is it? Yeah, Siren type. I call them Sirens because, you know, but their Siren is not in their name, so it's still confusing. But, I mean, okay, so going back to what I was talking about, I could make Engulfed in Smoke free. I think we have enough stealth to win. I'm not worried about it. Where damage is fantastic. This is not like a run where I'm desperately looking for turns, right? We only need, like, I think 4 turns in Relentless to really murder something, so we're fine. We're super fine. The dupe is just going to be another Silliphight, so sure. I don't think it's Lightstone Casing. I don't see a reason for it. If I had seen this before... Right, so consider this. If I had seen that before taking the -2, I might have considered overstacking the Engulfed in Smoke with that. But I guess I could have chosen to do this in a different order and potentially still had that -2 available. I'm still happy with where we ended up on that, though, so that's not a big deal. Flicker's Liquor weaponizes the Dark Calling to make stuff free anyway. I actually think Flicker's Liquor is where I should go here. It'll make a bunch of stuff free. And here we're going to focus on giving Rector more stats. 85/85 with Burnout 2, fantastic. I don't really care about the bonus damage here otherwise. So, we're good. I will consider going to 200 for removal's sake, by the way. I don't care about aggressive amulet, I have stealth. But, what am I trying to say? I will consider doing like an infusion on ring 8 just to clear out a dreg, right? Make that initial draw through a little faster. Anyway, our turn 1 is ridiculous here, right? We immediately Hallow Drippings and then send it on a +24 Waxen Spike, which is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and drip downstairs for no real reason. I'm going to burn the Crystalline Seeds just for the incant. Cool. Let's Remnant Host downstairs and then Shark downstairs. I'm going to go ahead and double Frozen Lance middle here. Maybe I don't draw the Engulfed in Smoke in time. Ah, never mind. It's actually fine. I was going to say we might not draw it in time, which is potentially a concern, but we're actually just cruising, in fact. I kind of don't want a Frozen Lance upstairs. Or I don't want to get the really good one, is the thing. I want to make sure we get some hits here. What could I draw into here? Oh, that's a pretty good draw, isn't it? Yeah, this is actually pretty fantastic. We get our Wicklash, and then we just play out a Dreg to make the Trample Stone free, which is pretty fantastic. Cool. Yeah, we lose some Ember Drain, but I'm not worried about it. Flicker's Liquor is going to hard carry our damage in a pretty big way, so it should be good in that respect. Look at that. Remnant Host clearing the floor. Incredible news. And then we just incant a whole bunch, and we're chilling. We're chilling. The Dripfall actually could get removed at this point, too. It's fun, but not necessary in any capacity. So that's true. It's kind of interesting to think about. It's a card, I like the card, but the truth is I just don't need it. So, like, what am I drip falling here? I guess the one nice thing is that it's good for a turn on Divinity. I can play top floor potentially. I don't know, it's a consideration for removal. We could, I mean, we can super hyper optimize this so I'm just playing like the same 4 cards every turn. But it doesn't hurt to have a drip fall in there, right? I can move things around if I'm a little low on damage or whatever. So it's kind of an interesting idea. I just dropped that. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. Stats. Stats. Trample is your friend. Get him, Titan Sentry? Sure. 87 damage downstairs. Fantastic. We're doing the best work we can. This is in the bag, right? 100%. Just no risk whatsoever at this point. Yeah. 108 damage from some random dudes. I don't hate it, right? I don't hate it at all. Stealth, easy. Game is over. Fine. It's like 2 rounds. Yeah, our damage is astronomical scaling. We have the survivability we need. We're good. Second, Engulfed in Smoke, frankly, is great. This solves the density problem a bit better. Yeah, we'll take it. Guardian Stone, Ice Storm, Frenzied Swarm. You could take Ice Storm. It makes the +30s and stuff good. We'll grab it. This adds some stuff to my redraws, but I think we can remove things as well, so I'm not afraid. Depends a lot on what we see here. Yeah, like +30, and then Tenon Piercing suddenly makes this Ice Storm nuts. We're going to go ahead and drop, you guessed it, Shark. Shark has done great on this run. I drafted him, and he has gotten me money. He has cleared waves. He's done good work. I don't think it was critical, but he's earned his keep. We're going to go ahead and burn the unused frozen lance here. Trinket Shop says, Cuddlebeard, right after I removed Shark? It's okay, I was never going to do it, right? It's never going to happen. Yeah. What else? What else? I could do the infusion to get rid of something. The dupe here is easy. Dupe here is, where are you? Icy Silophyte. Third Silophyte is strong. We'll take it. Do I want any stats or something? Think about your redraws. Your redraws right now are what? Dripfall, Engulfed in Smoke 1, Engulfed in Smoke 2, Flash Freeze, Ice Storm, Wicklash. I'm drawing 6 of those cards every turn. And then 2 dead weights. So there are 8 cards in this deck. If I take 1 removal, I'm guaranteed to draw all the cards the same every turn. Okay, so I'm going to cut the Dripfall then. And this means that with the Dripfall gone, I'm correct, right? 2 dead weights, Dripfall, 2 Engulfed in Smokes, Flash Freeze, that's 6. Ice Storm is 7. Wicklash is 8. Yeah, so we drop the Dripfall and we're good. Cool, great, excellent news. We've done it. Now I'm redrawing the same hand every turn. At this point, holdover doesn't matter, but the holdover is at least helpful in the early game where I haven't played through my whole deck yet. So if I draw this early, I'm getting more stealth that way. So it's still worth it. I'm going to take Sigiled Seaweed because this ruins chains rather. I don't want to get his curses. I'm going to re-roll here. Not that I can afford any of it anyway. We lose, Lost Luggage or Iron Drop Cage right after removing Dripfall, but it's fine. The Lost Luggage is what I would have taken there, but it's okay. All good. I don't need to remove anything else. I think I'm going to chill and just save my 8 hits on Golden Vault. I could do an infusion here. Sure, honestly, it gets rid of an annoying card. We're going to put the Remnant Host into the Dreg. The reason is because the Remnant Host itself does not have Burnout. So, might as well do it this way, I think. Doesn't really matter. We're going over 200. Hey, look, random accidental train wreck. We did it. All right, Zap Seraph stands no chance. Let's go. Accidental train wrecks are the best. This is something I only do if I'm very confident in a run, and I am, as you might imagine, very confident in this run. Extremely so. I'm going to not play the Burnout extenders here. I have the Hallow Drippings that I can drop next turn, which I think should be fine. Yes. The weird draw order, actually. I'll be honest with you. It's a bit strange, but we're okay. Get the draw order in here, which is pretty good. Hallow Drippings, very cool. I'm in this weird spot as well where I pretty much I can only get... Right, so the thing that I'm dealing with here is I have to get the Wicklash in order to seed my damage here, which is very curious. And I can't play the Ice Storm because of draw orders. They're all not attacking. So I have to hit the Wicklash, basically. Alright, and the Wicklash I must play and now it generates Rage, which is hilarious, right? Now we generate Rage. Get some Frostbite on the boss. I think that's wise. We're going to play out a whole bunch of Dreg's Middle. I am going to Incant, but generating Rage here swings this in a big way. Now they're all attacking. You see the difference here? Now they are all attacking. And this is going to pop off from here. Cool. We just play all this for free. I get the huge Wax and Spike play, and we're online. Alright. It was actually kind of interesting getting over that hump of everyone doing 0, but a very interesting challenge that we easily overcome because we're ridiculous, but, fair enough. Fair enough, alright? It's fine. That was a 7 melee weakness turn, good grief. Alright, we're just going to blast Ice Storm into middle floor because I don't want to clear top floor. I'm going to go ahead and hit that Engulfed in Smoke and then Ice Storm again mid floor, I guess. Hit the boss, I suppose. It's just this way we get more rage scaling, right? I want to make sure, yeah, once we get the boss on the floor, it becomes pretty easy, right? We start doing absolutely crazy numbers. Let me play the card, dang you. Alright. You just sack dregs because they make other cards free and it's good to do it. Blow up a floor, sure. We generate a lot of rage very quickly. So it's funny how fast this goes from, oh no, I'm doing 0 damage to, never mind, we're fine. I'm investing a lot of damage, by the way, in the trample person because I might as well. Really not a reason to do anything else. Incants, I'm going to shoot the boss. There's no reason not to. Oh no, I wasted my melee weakness. Oh, my spell weakness. Oh, bummer. I'm so bad at the game. What did I do that for? It's fine. I'm poking fun at it because we are, as they say, so far beyond that I have no concerns whatsoever. We're chilling. The Ice Storm's doing some pretty heavy lifting too. It just kind of kills floors. Now that is in some ways annoying, but it's fine. Play some dudes out, all good. Ice Storm bottom seems good. Sure. Doing 1,000,000 damage an hour, and we're out of this combat. Easy mode. I don't even think I have to click cards here. I'm just going to push the stealth button. We're fine. Look at that. Stealth 24, game is simple. Do 5 billion damage in a round, he's dead. The spell weakness is amusing, at best, but doesn't matter. Shard of Divinity? Sure. Great. I have 100 armor and 200 golden vault value, and my floor is dealing 60 damage a round. I think we're good. Not much to add here. Now, draw order could impact this in an important way, so we should, be smart, I think. I don't want to put this dreg on the floor. I'm going to accept the Ember Drain here, I think. Yeah. Cool. I will play Frozen Lance first. Yes. I'm going to play this Hallowed Drippings. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and Deep Offering here. Good. I had a feeling that with the draw order the way it was, we would be okay. And we are. I can play top floor now. Good. Great work. I think I should play Hallowed Drippings here. Yes. Now, that's very risky what I did. I could have played bottom floor here, right? But given all the circumstances of what we had, I was thinking we would be okay. I could always play the Engulfed in Smoke, and I will play it. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and continue to incant here. Get more stealth. We didn't get Trampled Stone, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and win. Fine. I have no risk. I don't think I would have played top floor without the Deep Offering, by the way. There's no contention here whatsoever. I don't think I would have made that risk. We have enough card draw and very small deck that I think we are essentially guaranteed to get what we want. By the way, bottom floor completely ignored by Sigiled Seaweed. A tragedy. I'm going to go ahead and Ice Storm downstairs. Hey, we get rid of the scary thing. That's good. Sure. Cool. We have 1,000,000 spell weakness upstairs. I wonder if we can use that for any important thing. The 200 damage flash freeze, which is kind of entertaining. Ugh. Sigiled Seaweed, you're killing me today, bud. Absolutely killing me. Trample. It's good. Big number. Alright. I could Ice Storm here. It's not... sure. That's still 500 damage to the boss there, which I'm super on board with, right? Yeah, I'm good with that. Seems reasonable. Okay, now unfortunately we do get... What is it called? We unfortunately do get the Vengeful Shard from Chains. So that's a bit of a bummer, but it's fine, right? It could be worse. Absolutely. Send it. Honestly, pretty good. Sure, cool. Alright, seems good. We're pretty much winning very soon, right? I'm trying to think of how this could go wrong or how much longer this will last, and the answer is not very, I don't think. Pop this guy in front here. I know that kind of hurts a little bit, but lets me do this Ice Storm, which does hit for a casual like 600 in the back, which is great. Cool, we're now winning on this turn. Great work, go team. Hey look, we did it. Monster Train. Thanks, Flicker's Liquor, by the way. Very cool. Alright, good job. Okay, so pretty easy win. I think we could have won on bottom floor as well, but we would have been face tanking on Rector a little bit longer. I basically made the claim that with the deep offering, I was going to see things a few ways. One, we're never at risk of losing because Dark Calling, right? Oh no, I lose my Icy Siliphites. It's actually okay. I would have just not played out Dregs if I was at risk of that. I only played the one, and I did that intentionally because I would be guaranteed to recall the other one with the Reform. So it's actually super safe, by the way. I still don't think I make that risk unless I have the Deep Offering or some kind of stealth play. Stealth, obviously, I mean, obviously we play top floor if we have that, but with the Deep Offering, we reach an additional 5 and have a pretty good likelihood of being able to play it all out. So that gives me a huge reach on my first turn. With 2 of the Engulfed in Smokes, both of these get me that where I want to go. Or if I just see a bunch of random spells, I could have incanted myself up to 20 health, and it would have been fine as well. So, you know, but also the Rector Burnout, I mean, not Burnout, Dark Calling element just makes it a surefire victory, right? No real concern there at all. So very playable, very easy. It's strong, right? And this is one of the things I like about just grabbing Paraffin Enforcer when you see him, because he opens up these like sweep lines. Icy Siliphite's not a good unit, usually. The only good thing about this card is it says sweep. It's otherwise the weakest sweeper in the game. Has 10 health and does 1 damage. Husk Hermit is the most durable. Shattered Shell is the most offensive. So Awoken wins both of these. At least Cold Kalia does some Frostbite, right? But Cold Kalia also has, I think, 15 health, right? Let's go ahead and look at the logbook, see if I remember that correctly. Unit. Yeah, Cold Kalia has 15 health. So even Cold Kalia is superior to Icy Silphite. Icy Silphite, now obviously this did end up giving me like random 600 damage to the Divinity with the Ice Storm, but it didn't matter because I was winning anyway. It's just one of those silly things. Now obviously this can still matter on things like dailies where you're going, oh wow, I really want to just kill the enemies super fast on turn 1 or 2 or whatever. Fine, but that's a completely different world than this. In here, I'm just trying to live. Accidental train wreck, by the way. The rest of this is just clean, right? Just a lot of value out of my upgrades, cleaning a lot of cards out. We have 3 copies of this tiny Silliphite. Very cool. This run, otherwise, if I don't have the Icy Silliphite getting tiny, I take the Pyrestone housing that I earlier sold. I put a second multi-strike in this thing, or a plus 25. We did see both eventually. And then I make 2 copies of it. And then I have Rector and 2 copies of the Hyper Buff Silliphite. That's 2 space. And that still wins. So even without the high roll, we're fine here. This is a very secure line for us. The Permafrost on Hallow Drippings is smart because it lets me play it on a later turn. I did do that on multiple occasions, which is nice. Very flexible. Lets me get a second Silliphite clipped with the Burnout extension. Again, though, low risk because Dark Calling exists, so I'm not really that upset either way. But still, Wicklash -2 Spell Chain is fantastic. This card is nuts. It's 4 Burnout, 20 damage. Hell yeah, it's good. All frozen lances are gone after a single playthrough, which is excellent. And yeah, just generally a hyper efficient deck. I'm a very, very big fan of this. Super secure, by the way, with 208 hits on Golden Vault, 60 damage from Heaven's Gold, and the Shard of Divinity at the end. Just ridiculously good. So, and yeah, not much else to add beyond that. A fantastic Rector run, feeling good about that. And yeah, I will let you go there. Brings us up to 252 wins in the series. Go team. And yeah, so hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.